Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are thrifting again. We are doing a super fun series called November Thrift and Tell. Called November Thrift and Tell. I had the first episode last week and everybody seemed to love it. So I was so excited because this is probably my favorite thing to do. I do talk about homeschooling on my channel too, but lately I've been talking more about thrifting and it's fun. It's so fun. And it's not like, sometimes with homeschooling, I don't necessarily feel like I know what I'm talking about, but with thrifting, it's just thrifting. Like there's no right or wrong. You just do it and hopefully you find treasures, and it's so awesome and so fun. So I am so glad that you guys enjoyed it. I haven't gotten around to responding to all the comments yet, but it's been great. So I'm so excited to do part 2 today. So if you missed what that is, we're doing November Thrift and Tell, which is you guys gave me ideas in a post. I know not everybody saw it, but I had plenty of ideas for that first one. I have a whole jar here of all the ideas that were given to me, and we are going to be thrifting for a specific basket. So I will be gifting these baskets to some of my friends, but you guys got to help me come up with ideas. And the whole point of doing this isn't so that I can be like, oh, look what I can do, or look what, I'm going to give to my friends. Like, it's not that. It's just to show you that you can thrift really nice things. I feel like there are so many people who don't like thrifting or have never done it. Or I know there's some people on here who even are in other countries. I know somebody commented the other day, someone was in Australia and she said they don't have stores like we do. So it's neat to see what is out there, what are options. And if you can find a way to thrift in your area or do yard sales or somehow do secondhand shopping, it can be amazing. It can save you money in this super tight climate, financial climate that I feel like we've been in for way too long for just our country and wherever. I don't know if you guys live in a more affluent area, but it's tight. It's a little bit tight for us. And one thing that saves us is thrifting. So I know there are people that might be like, oh, that's so gross. Why would you thrift a gift? You can find things at the store that look new, or if they don't look like, if they don't have a tag on it, like I literally find stuff with tags on it all the time. But if you don't find stuff with tags on it, you can still find really nice, unique things. So watch the video from last week if you didn't already see that. And I found some really great stuff that I think would be super fun to thrift it for other people. Now, unless you are a super major nose in the air snobby snob, you will probably love it, whatever your friends give you or whatever your family gives you. My kids usually at Christmas time, they like to go out and get stuff for me. They don't have a ton of money. And my oldest daughter has done it before where she'd be thrifting with me and she'd grab a couple things, or my other kids would like get something and they'd go secretly pay at the register. I love it. It's the thought that counts, and it means so much to me. So I hope this just encourages you guys. You don't have to go spend thousands of dollars at Christmas time. I never have, and I never will. Even if we were to win the lottery, I'm still not going to spend $1,000 at Christmas time because you don't need to. It's so unnecessary. But you can make it fun and you can make it special by thrifting. So that is why we're doing this. That was a really long intro. If you guys are still with me, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not yet subscribed so you don't miss any of these videos. So we're going to pick a piece of paper from the little cup so that I know what we're thrifting for today. This was a thrifted glass, by the way. Isn't that cool? I actually have a glass lid that goes on top of it. But most of my stuff is thrifted. I also started, today was the first day. You may have seen this outfit that I thrifted. I am doing just little shorts. I don't usually do shorts because I don't want to, and it takes too much time for something very short. But I am doing thankful to have a thrifty closet. So I'm just showing a different outfit every day, and it's all thrifted. Like everything I'm wearing today is thrifted and nice, and I love it. So anyway, let's see what we're going to shop for today. I'm excited. So my buddy today is going to be my son, because my girls all have basketball practice. I think there's 2. My girls all have basketball practice today, so my son is going to go with me, and he likes thrifting, so he's going to go with me. So we're just going to do one today. Hopefully this is a good one. Let's see. Ooh, oh, this will be fun. This says an apron, a towel, a recipe box, and a dishcloth. Like that would be so fun. Oops, I can't open it. That would be so fun to give to pretty much any woman in my life. I hope aprons are hit or miss. Sometimes I don't see aprons very much. So that would be amazing if we find an apron, like a hand towel, a cool recipe box. Like maybe I can find like a wooden recipe box or like a tin one or something like that. And a dishcloth. And what I'm also going to keep my eye out, if I find some other maybe like baking utensils or wooden spoons or something that I can put together in this little basket, like that would be great. So I'm going to go to a Goodwill near us. That's where we're going today. And hopefully they actually have a nice selection of goods. So I don't usually do a lot of clothing shopping there because the prices are a little bit higher, but their goods, like their kitchen items and stuff that would fall on this list, they usually have a lot. So wish me luck and let's go. sound like a motorcycle. So cool. Very cool. Okay, we're back. I'm done shopping. This is actually quite a few days later. I have my loot right here, so I'm going to show you guys what we got. So the items that I was looking for this thrift challenge: an apron, a hand towel, a recipe box, and a dishcloth. And I was like, this will be so easy, and this is going to be amazing. I thought of the perfect friend that I thought would be great for this, and I found nothing. None of those things on my list. I was so frustrated and bummed. But that is thrifting. Like, thrifting is such a fun treasure hunt, but I rarely go to the thrift store, except for this challenge, looking for a specific item, because you're probably not gonna find it. I mean, there's chances you can, because like in my first video, if you guys didn't see that, I'll link that above. But in my first video, I actually did pretty well. I had 2 different baskets I was looking for. One of them, I found everything on the list, I think. And then the second one, I found one thing on the list. Today, I didn't. But the cool thing was, it did inspire me to do this basket. It helped me put a person in mind. And even though those were the items that I was looking for that person, I didn't find them, but I found other things. And I think her basket turned out amazing. So I'm still gonna show you guys her basket, but I didn't find an apron. I actually found one apron that was like a local meat cutting place or something. It wasn't cute. And I did find one hand towel, but it was kind of like 90s. Like, it was actually new. I think it still had the tags maybe, but it was very like, it wasn't nowadays. It wasn't like a current dish towel people would have, but I didn't really like it. And then I found, so I guess I did find these items, but I didn't find one that I liked. I did find a little dish rag, but it wasn't that impressive. It wasn't worth buying. So I'll just show you what I got. And I think her basket's gonna be amazing when I put it together, but those items won't really be in it. But I still had her kitchen in mind, because that was kind of like a kitchen themed basket. So I'll show you guys what we got. So the Goodwill that we went to, we didn't find much. My son found a couple things for his friend, a couple little puzzles that, and then what else did he, oh, I'm not even gonna show you because they're in the car and in his room, but there were 2 little puzzles. He got one for him and one for his friend. And then he got a little Paddington bear, still with the tags on it. If I feel like taking a picture later, I'll put it right here. But that was like $1.50, I think. And his uncle, who has Down syndrome, loves Paddington. So we got him that. So, and the only other thing I found at Goodwill, this is to go with the game basket that I showed you guys at the last video, that I got them games. It was supposed to be a game night. I was looking for one more thing to like complete that basket. It's a stash. It's a Ray Dunn big jar that we're gonna clean up and fill it with like candy or some sort of goodies, or maybe we might make cookies and fill it with cookies. But I thought that would be really fun. That was only $2.49, and I thought it was really cute. It's a nice, like, it seals nicely on top. So that will go in the game basket, just to show you guys. So then we went to two local thrift stores, and I never mentioned the names of them. If you guys live in the area, if you think you live in the area where I live, you're welcome to email me, and I would be happy to share the names of these thrift stores. But obviously just for our safety and not telling people where we live, I'm never going to share what thrift stores we go to, because I don't live in like it's not like I'm in Los Angeles or something where it's no big deal. So anyway, so we went to 2 local thrift stores. My son found this and he really loved it. It says Adventure Awaits. It's just a really nice glass cup. And I don't remember how much that was, but it was really cheap. It was less than $1, I think. I'll get to the basket in a minute. At the same store, I found 2 really nice quilts for my girls. My 2 girls share a room, so a lot of times I try to get them, they're teenage, one's 12 and one's 14, so they're like, I try to get them, you wanna let them have their own like personality in their comforters and in their bedding and stuff like that, but at the same time, they share a room, so you don't wanna have like, 2 totally different comforters, because then it can look a little hectic in the room. So anyway, I found these 2 really nice quilted comforters. This one's got like triangles on it. It also kind of reminded me of like Christmas trees, but it's not Christmas trees, it's just triangles. But it's a big twin size comforter. It's got like hot pink on one side and like a softer pink on the other side. This was $8, but for a quilt that looked like it was in perfect condition, I thought it was great. That could go on top of the comforter she has, or it could just be a comforter by itself. And then my other daughter, because when I saw that, I was like, oh, I don't want to buy that and not have something for the other one. And a little bit down the ways, I found this one. So they I felt like they could go together since they share a room. One could have the yellow and one could have the pink, and they're very similar. This one has like daisies on it, like big flowers. Can you see the flower pattern? I thought that was really cute. This one is bigger. I think it's a queen, so she'll have to double it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. And then this one actually came with 2 shams. So they both liked them. So they were really excited about it. I got them all washed up. I wash them in hot water immediately when I bring them home. And they smell great and they're nice and clean. And this yellow one was $10, I think, because it had the 2 shams with it, and it was a little bit bigger, and then the other one was $8. So $18 for 2 quilt comforters, I thought was a really good deal. One other amazing find. I was so excited about this thrift store that I don't get to a ton. We went in there the other day looking for, I was like, last chance. I'm gonna look for a dish rag, or what do you call it? A hand towel, like that kind of stuff. I was like, maybe I'll find a recipe box. I was like looking through the whole store specifically for those things. And that was where I found one hand towel that was like, not that great. But what I did find, which would actually be adorable in my friend's box, but I'm keeping these for myself because I have, like I said, I'm not a huge Christmas decorator. I decorate the living room pretty much. But I don't like go crazy. It's, we have some stuff that I don't buy Christmas decorations every year. Like I've bought stuff once and that's it. I have stockings from when my kids were teeny tiny, and they were like probably Dollar Tree stockings, has their names on them. They're cute, they're nostalgic, but there's a lot of times where I'm like, I kind of wish we had matching stockings because they're all random. Like one is a snowman, one is a Santa, whatever, different things. Well, just randomly, I walked by the sock section and they had 6 red stockings that matched. And I was like, oh my word, these would be so cute on our fireplace. How cool is that? I was so excited. They were $1.90 a piece. And they're like, I don't know why, but they've never been used. And they're actual like Christmas stockings. They've got a little hook on it. So this will be so cute on our fireplace. So I'll have to ask the kids and see if they'll be sad not having their actual stockings that they've always had hung up. I'll still keep them. But I think these will look nicer for this year, and we'll see how it goes. But I was so excited. So like $12, a little less than $12 for 6 stockings is actually amazing, because I would assume if you went to like Kohl's and tried to find this stocking, it would probably be like $10 or something. So that was very exciting. So those are for me, but how cute would those be like in your friend's basket? Like if I was giving, this friend that I have envisioned actually has 6 people in the family. I was tempted, but I was like, no, I need these for myself. So I'm keeping them. I also got my son this shirt. He picked this out and loved it. It was $1.99. What's it say? I'm tired. So what? I'm bored. That's funny. We like funny shirts in our family. So that was a nice long sleeve shirt for him. I got myself a book. It's called Draw the Circle, the 40-Day Prayer Challenge. It was $1.50. I've never heard of it, but I read the back and it looks really good and it's brand new. Like that would be a nice gift for somebody too, but I got it for myself. 2 more things for myself and then I'll get into the basket. So I got some of this. So you guys saw, do you see it's hanging on that chair right there? That grapevine, I think somebody called it a grapevine wreath. I got that last week when I was thrift shopping. That was part of the other challenge. But I thought this is burlap. This was only $2.50 for a whole roll of it, brand new at the thrift store. And I was like, this would be really nice to make a bow or wrap around that for my Christmas wreath, because that goes on my front door. And a lot of the ribbon I have is kind of like that old shiny red ribbon. And I thought this was more something, I don't know, rustic. I liked this better. So I got that. And then, but I also thought that would be cute to wrap on my friend's basket. So when I show you that, I may do a cute bow in the front with that. So I'll use that a few different times. And the last thing I got for myself, again, this would have been so cute in my friend's basket, but I wanted it. So I found this little Christmas tree. Isn't that so cute? I love it. So it was, it's like a pillow. It's like puffy cloth, you know, pillow Christmas tree on a little wooden bottom. And I just thought that would be so cute sitting on like one of our end tables or something. So that was $1.50 for that. But that would be really cute in her basket. But I decided to selfishly keep it for myself. Now let me show you what I got for her basket. At this one thrift store, there was a bag of these games. It was a big Ziploc bag and had those games that they have at Cracker Barrel. You know those games that, I don't know if I haven't been there in a long time, but when we used to eat there, they would have those little peg games that you would play at your table. Well, they had a big Ziploc bag full of those games, all the dice and the little pegs and all that stuff together. And that was, I think it was $2.50. That was around $2.50 for that bag. So I took all the pieces and scrubbed them up and let them dry so they were nice and clean. And I think I need to cut a longer piece of, I cut a piece of this like burlap ribbon stuff, but I don't think I made it really long enough. But what I did was I tied them up like this. And like picture the friend with a really rustic house. Like she's got like old, I don't know, all kinds of antique stuff. She loves to thrift, but she's got like old pictures and old, like certain things that were used in one, oh, like a sink, like what is it called? Like a dry sink or something. She's got that she uses as a cooler. Like her house is so cool. It's amazing. I love it. But she's got such an eye for finding unique, like older things that she turns into something else or just has it hanging on the wall or whatever. So I thought this would be cool for her and her kids. I could see her having these out on the coffee table or something. But there's all these little things. So it's like, that one's upside down. So there's like soccer. Do you guys know what these are? You know what I'm talking about, I'm sure. There's baseball. Let me show you. There's baseball, football, golf. I think this one's tennis. And then they have bowling and another baseball one. And then it had all of these, all the little pegs and the dice. So I washed all those too. And then I put them in a little jar that I already had at the house. And it had the instructions for all the games. So I thought this would be really cute in her basket. Wouldn't that be cute? I think she'll like it. Also, I found this book. It's called Repeat the Sounding Joy, a daily Advent devotional of Luke 1-2. I'm giving this to her like in a couple days. So it'll be in the month of November. So she would have it before the Christmas season even starts. So I thought that would be really neat. It was half price book. So this was probably $1. I think this was $1. So this was 50 cents because it was half price book day. So that was exciting. I found a chalkboard. This was 89 cents. I found this at the other thrift store. But I'm just gonna write my message instead of making a card. I will write a message on here that says like, whatever I decide to write. Thank you for being a friend, whatever, something. Hard to shop for friends because I want to keep everything for myself. But I said, no, you don't need this. But this was $4.50 for this beautiful picture. Like this is the kind of stuff she has in her house that's just so beautiful. I love this so much, but I don't need it in my house. But $4.50 I thought was really great for this piece of pottery. I just thought it was super cool. So that'll go in there. Found these again. Saw these and I was like, I would love to have these in my house, but I have a husband who doesn't like this kind of stuff. He is not we're very different. He is okay. Like I think he appreciates that I thrift and that I save money. But he he would see something, like if I brought this home, he'd be like, why'd you buy that? That's dumb, old junky picture. He doesn't see the beauty in like older things that I do. So it's okay. It's fine. But I saw these and I was like, I would love to put these on the back of my stove, but they'd be cute in her basket and her husband would probably like them better than mine would. So anyway, I've never seen these before. Let me see if I can pull the sticker off. These were $1.50 a piece. But it says they're little spice jars. So this one says Time Gourmet Spice Jar. It's a little spice jar. You can actually put spices in it. Or I thought, how cute would these be like across your stove or something? So I bought her, ooh, they're metal. So I've got rosemary, garlic. See how cute they are? I love them. This one is basil. And then this one is parsley. Aren't those adorable? I love them so much. So anyway, they were $1.50 a piece, but they're really like So unique. I've never seen anything like that before, so I loved them. I found this basket. I was looking for a basket. This was $2 for this basket. I think it's just like a fruit basket. So I'm gonna line it with some like brown paper. I'll do it nicer than this. And then let me put the stuff in real quick. So here's how the basket turned out, just kind of throwing it together quickly. I may try to play with this and try to make a better bow, but this was that burlap that I'd gotten, and this was just kind of a little piece that I cut out. But how cute is that? So I'll write a little message on here. I've got her book, all her little things, the jug and those, and then the pieces that go with that are right there. And I think it's sweet. I think it's really cute for my antique thrift loving friend. So I made this basket, including the basket and everything that goes in it. It was less than $13. So I thought that was actually really good for a unique gift. I forgot about one thing. At the one store, my daughter does these books. I've talked about it many times, so you guys probably are like, I know, we know, but I'll put a picture here of what her books look like. But she does these blind date with the books, and she wraps them in this black paper, in this black craft paper. A lot of times it's at least $10. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere between like $10, $15 for a very, very small roll. I found this, which I thought was probably black craft paper. It's a ton. Like the one, she probably gets about that much from there to there for like 20 bucks. This was $2 for this whole entire roll. And then I brought it back home, and my husband was like, that's construction like paper, construction flooring paper. But which I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. But that's a lot of paper, and she can still wrap her books with it. It looks exactly like the stuff that she had. And for $2, I was like, that's amazing. So that was the other thing I found. I think that was everything. But okay, let me tell you one thing. Because there's going to be skeptical people who are going to say, that stuff is used, not everybody's going to like it, you know, blah, blah, blah. I have plenty of people in my life, well, not plenty, but I have some people in my life who I would not thrift stuff for. Like I have a couple family members, I have a couple friends that if I were to buy them a gift, I know they would not appreciate a thrifted gift. So I wouldn't thrift it for them. I would get them something new, or we don't really exchange gifts. So it's not really an issue. But if you have people in your life who you know would be like, ew, that's so gross, don't buy them thrifted stuff. But make friends with thrifting moms because they're amazing. So I have plenty of friends that do like thrifted gifts and would appreciate a random, cool, unique, like basket specially picked for you, where like anybody could go to Bath and Body Works and get a candle and some lotion and a gift card or whatever. Like that's nice. Totally sweet thought. I think it's wonderful. But it is unique when you know someone well enough, or you just can, I don't know. There's something about being something about items being thrifted for you and the person taking the time to pick out things that they thought you would like. And if you appreciate that kind of unique stuff, like a lot of stuff in my house is unique and I've never seen it in a store. And that's the kind of stuff you can only find when you're thrifting or antique shopping. And antique shopping is really expensive, but if you can find those kind of things, thrifting, that's the way to go. So that's to answer those questions for anybody who's like, oh, no way, my sister-in-law or my friend from, Utah or something, she would never take a present that was thrifted. She would think it was disgusting. Then don't do it. Don't get her thrifted stuff. But find other moms that do thrift and like do a thrift gift exchange. Like how fun is that? We did one a couple years ago. I'll link it above. Like it's been a few years, but I did one. There was a group of YouTube moms who love to thrift, and we all did, or no, it wasn't a thrift gift exchange. It was just a gift exchange. That's what was interesting. We had like a $25 gift price limit, and we're supposed to buy stuff for each other. And like, I will say, not to brag, but I got some really nice things that everybody thought that I paid more than $25. I didn't, but I thrifted some of that stuff. Like I didn't thrift everything, but some of that stuff was thrifted, and I just got really good deals on stuff. So the girl's basket that I got her stuff for was way bigger and seemed like a lot more stuff than mostly everybody else's baskets. Because if you go on Amazon and you buy the two things that they asked for, you're probably going to be at $25. But if you can thrift it, you could have a whole basket full of stuff. So only reason I love thrifting, the only reason I share this stuff with you guys is to share my excitement, but also just to encourage you guys to do it too. You should thrift. Try to thrift this Christmas. Like if these are very unique, like older things, but like the basket I did last week, both the games I bought were brand new.
The basket looked like it was brand new. This jar that I'm going to fill with candy, the candy or cookies or whatever I get or fill it with will be brand new. Like, there are times where you can make a basket and nobody even knows it was thrifted. And then there's times where this might obviously be thrifted, but this is for a friend that loves to thrift, so she will probably appreciate it. So I hope you guys catch my drift. And most people that watch this video are going to be thrifters anyway, because it's a thrift challenge. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series. It seems like everybody loved the first video, so I'm really excited to do this a couple more times before November's over. So I've had a couple people throw a few more ideas of things to thrift in that post on my community page. You can feel free to add some more ideas to that I can add to the jar, or if you have a couple ideas, you can throw them in the description box below and let me know, hey, I think you should try to find this at the next one. And I will be gifting these things to my friends, which I think is really fun because I have plenty of friends that like thrifting. So it's cool. I like it. Okay, thank you guys for being here. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the rest of our thrifting month of November for our November Thrift and Tell. So appreciate you guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.